Welcome to Top Shelf Men. I'm Reese. Today I'm going to answer a viewer's question, and it's a great question, the best question, because it allows me to go into the detail to explain why it is that women are the pragmatic lovers and it's actually men that are the romantics. Now, mainstream media likes to make us believe that it's actually women who are romantic with all the crappy romance movies, The Diary, The Titanic, all this other BS. But that's just propaganda, and it's made to appeal to women. Why? Because women love to spend money frivolously on dumb crap. But let's go take a look at the viewer's question. And this question is from Joe 6pack4. Reese, can you do a video on why women expect men to level up, yet they expect men to also accept them just as they are? How did we get here as a society? All right, before I answer the question, do me a favor, like and subscribe to help the channel grow. If you know somebody that can benefit from the message of this video, please make sure to share with them to help wake up more men. As this channel grows, I want to build a community. Also, I started a locals. At the locals, you'll get previews of the new videos I'm working on, and also you can make requests directly there. All right, let's answer the question. The reason that women expect men to have to level up to keep them, and women think they have this entitlement that men have to accept them just as they are, like that stupid Marilyn Monroe quote, "If you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best." And that's all BS. That's all brainwashing. This actually proves that our society is indeed gynocentric. This is direct evidence of it. As Rollo says, we have been brainwashed through the mainstream media to believe that it's women who are the romantics, but the reality is that men are the romantic lovers, and it's women who are practical to the way they love. Let me explain. Now, think about the things that women spend money on. Women spend money on fashion, flowers, hair, nails, going to overpriced cafes, overpriced restaurants. They care more about the atmosphere than the actual quality of the food they're receiving. While men are quite the opposite. Us men, we tend to wear old clothes. That's why there's the meme of the old pair of shoes, where the old pair of shoes saying, "Let me die," while the guy's like, "I love you." Because we tend to get attached to things, and we get as much utility out of them because we feel that they're kind of part of us. And that's why also you see men restoring old cars. Yes, you may see with the one-off women restoring an old car, but the reality is that the vast 98% majority is going to be men restoring old cars. Why? Because we want things to outlast us. We want things from our past. We want to make things that last forever. That's why also I think men are better at raising children, because look at the single fathers versus the single mothers. Single mothers raise crap children. Most of them end up going to jail or end up being sex workers. While on the other hand, children raised by single fathers end up being much more well-adjusted and much more successful in life. And that's statistically proven. Us men, we will enjoy a restaurant that is literally a hole in the wall, looks like a crap hole, as long as it's clean enough and the food is delicious and affordable. Men like those kinds of places. Again, for me, I love dive bars. You will rarely ever see me at a lounge or, God forbid, even a nightclub. That's just not for me. But I love dive bars. So with that idea in mind, women are interested in things that are short-lasting. That's why, again, all consumerism is catering towards women. We change the fashion. Oh, that's fashionable. Oh, this restaurant is $150 for a meal for two. But the atmosphere. It's so fashionable. Men don't give a crap about that. What we care is that it's good and it's cheap. And I've noticed through the many women that I've dated that women lack a drive to invest their time and money into things that grow in value. For example, I think that most of the travel industry revolves around women. Because usually when I'm a single guy, if I go on a vacation somewhere or if I do some travels, it's with a very specific thing in mind. But then when I'm with a girl, they're like, "Oh, let's go over here because I saw this cute thing that I want to see." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a beach. It's an oceanside town. You can access that way more locally." But nope, women want to do it in a different country. And again, as men, we have to, we have to compromise and appease our women and go on these trips. But if it's up to us, we'll go for whatever's local and whatever's more convenient. That's why, again, the whole "I love traveling" thing and most of that, it revolves around women. Same thing with department stores. When I was a kid in my late teens, I was working at Macy's, and they told us during orientation, the Macy's, everything at the Macy's is catered towards women. There's 2 to 3 times as many bathrooms for women as there are for men. Because why? It's women who are customers. The way that the displays are set up and everything, it's meant to appeal to women, to women's, I guess, innate foraging, where they're like going from like one spot to one spot and sorting and sifting through things that they like. And that encourages women to be compulsive shoppers. So again, long story short, men are interested in things that last a long time and we can grow with, and women are interested in the short term. They're interested in short, beautiful things, and they're happy to spend their money on it. Now, this also applies to relationships too. Now, think back to your experiences. Usually, when a couple goes through a bad breakup, who usually jumps onto the next person first? The woman. Because again, as much as women can scream misogyny, patriarchy, whatever, when it comes to relationship dynamics, or, oh, he's telling me I can't go on this solo vacation, link on the video above. Here's my last video. I think it's pretty good. Check it out. The reality is that if there's a bad breakup, it's always the woman who's able to jump onto the next guy. Because again, any woman who's half decent, who's not a land whale and takes decent care of herself, she can go into any kind of social setting and come out with a guy hanging on to her. On the other hand, for us men, you could be Brad Pitt and it will still take effort. It will still take time, effort, money, appeasement, and a lot of luck. Regardless as to how good looking you are or how rich you are. I mean, unless you're just outright paying for it. But we all pay for it at one point or another. It's just that one is a slower burn and the other one is just, you pay them to leave. But with that in mind, now that we have that baseline clear, that for women, relationships tend to be, they can jump onto the next guy way more quicker than any guy when a couple breaks up. Another strategy that women can have is that they can literally just ask for attention from any simp. All women have a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, and they usually have guys orbiting around them. So when women feel bad, when they feel lonely, they can always just depend on either their simp's attention or having or getting a good bang out from their backup guy and just get banged out. Us men, we don't have that option. We have our friends that'll take us drinking, will take us hiking, we'll do some kind of masculine activity, work on a car, something to help distract our minds, play poker. But again, women, especially in the modern age, they always have the options of having simp's attention, backup Chad's attention, or they have so many more options than men do from a bad breakup that they know that things are in their favor. That's why when they expect men to level up and they tell them, oh, you have to accept me just the way I am, that is a kind of a low down threat where they're telling you that I can just jump onto the other guy. That's why you have to level up. That's why you have to stay fit and trim. That's why you're lucky to have me. And they have this mentality because society inculcates that and it pushes that. And again, women, they love to complain about the patriarchy, misogyny, all these other things, but deep down inside, they know that they have the upper hand on these things. And I'll tell you why. Because anytime a married woman gets angry, what's the first thing she does? She threatens her husband with divorce. Because as much as women love to cry, we are the weaker sex, we are disadvantaged, the evil men, they know that they have the trump card that they can use the government to basically take half of your stuff, if not more, and take your kids away from you. And again, because women have this in their back pocket, even though they're like, oh, I'm just a sweet, wonderful woman, they know this in the back of their heads. That's why I think part of it is that when they tell you, oh, you need to level up, you need to stay fit, you need to stay trim, you need to make money, while you better love me just the way I am, they know that society is supporting them and everything is in their favor. Even though they will not admit it verbally, they know it. That is why women are the pragmatic lovers, because their love is practical. It is conditional on you having the status that you have or you fulfilling the potential they see in you. Yeah, some women is like, oh yeah, I met him when he was a struggling student, but they're expecting you to succeed. They're betting on you succeeding, because if you don't succeed and you don't meet their expectations, have no doubt that no matter how long you've been together, how much they say they love you, they will leave you. And they will try to look for the next best thing, because their bet didn't turn out. They easily bounce. That's why they are pragmatic. That's why their love is conditional. You can also see classic examples of this all over the internet, where the guy, he works some kind of blue-collar job. He could be a mechanic, a plumber, an electrician. He works his butt off to put his partner, because again, the guy's blue-pilled, because otherwise he wouldn't be doing that, to put his girlfriend or wife through law school, through medical school. They work their butts off. They put up with the bullshit of like, oh, I have finals. Oh, I have midterms, whatever. Or, oh, I have to do my residency. Oh, I have this big project, so I can't sleep with you. And these guys, unfortunately, because they love them, because they are the romantic lovers, they put up with that. Because they're thinking, well, it's for her future and she's going to be an accomplished career woman. And then what happens? As soon as they graduate, they start to work at the law firm, they start to work at the hospital, they start to work wherever, and then they're like, oh, well, these doctors are like hitting on me, or oh, this partner in the law firm, he seems to like me. And then, you know what happens? They break up with a guy who put them through school, who was patient. They break up with, or they divorce their husband because, well, one of the partners in the law firm is looking at me, and well, my husband, he's just an electrician. But this guy's, he's a partner at the law firm. And then women love to give the magical woo-woo, magical thinking excuse of like, well, we just grew apart. And in patriarchal societies, women were shamed for doing these kinds of things. They were told, oh, you're not standing by your man. You broke your wedding vows. He put you through school. How dare you? How do you betray someone like this? But unfortunately, especially in Western societies, women are encouraged to be this pragmatic. They're told, this is why, again, another common saying in the red pill is they tell men to do what's right, and they tell women, do what's right for you. And we have a society that encourages women to be as pragmatic as possible because, well, it's your feelings changed. We grew apart. So the vows that we took, the promises we made, the effort he put into me, it doesn't matter because whatever he's doing now is not serving me. Again, this is why women are pragmatic. Everything is for what is the most practical thing for me. And we as men, we are brainwashed to think that, oh no, women are romantic. I'm in her heart. She's dreaming about me. She's thinking about me. And unfortunately, that's not true. For me, the most eye-opening thing has been dating foreign women. Like I said, I live in a giant leftist commie city. So I avoid the white women from here. I avoid the women who were from foreign parents that were raised here. I date foreign women. Again, I'm a foreigner too. But one thing that is very interesting about dating these foreign women who have not been Americanized is that they are always worried about being shamed, about what other people think about them based on their actions. That's why, again, even the most conservative, traditional woman from a village in Romania will turn into a major Mondo American bitch here once she's lived here for enough years. But for the women that still have their culture fresh in in who they are very worried about being shamed. Well, oh, I can't date around, I can't sleep around because they will get judged. They will be called names for being the village bicycle. And that's another reason also why they like coming here, because I've also dated women who have had very spotty pasts and they wanted to escape the judgment from their home country, so they come here where everyone gives it away for free. But that's fine for me too, because, you know, it's fun anyway. But women are very practical and everything is transactional. Everything is temporary for them as long as it suits their needs, their wants, what they think they deserve. Everything for them is temporary, and what kept women in check for ages and ages and ages before modern feminism was shame. So since we live in Western societies where women are encouraged to act out like terrible men, when a woman says, I need you to level up, oh, why don't you get a better job? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? But then they're turning into fat ham beasts themselves, and they're still thinking, oh, he's lucky to have me. It's because this is kind of a subtle threat of telling you, oh, you need to keep earning me while I can do whatever I want, because, again, Western societies inculcate this. And that is my answer to the question. So when women tell you to level up while expect them to love them as they are, this is their subtle way of telling you that, oh, I can leave you, I can replace you at any time, but you won't have as much of an easy time replacing me. So that's why that's why women have this mentality. That's why women give these low down threats. And that's why women are the pragmatic lovers and it's men who are the romantics. And thanks again, Joe 6pack4, for your question. If you have a question you'd like me to answer in a video form, feel free to submit it. Also, join the locals. You can submit it through the locals because, again, I want to grow the community there too. Because as you guys know, YouTube is a censorship machine, and I don't trust X, to be honest with you. So I need to spread out our community as much as possible. In case I get canceled in one place, we'll be safe in another one. So check out the locals, join, you know, for getting previews for what I'm working on. And also like and subscribe. If you know a man who can benefit from the message in this video, please make sure to share the video to help the community grow. So this is Reese. See you next time, guys. Peace.